Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're getting hands-on with one of my favorite things to make, homemade gyoza. These little dumplings are packed with flavor and super fun to fold. And even better, I have my nephew, Oscar, in the kitchen here to help. Hi.
Excited to help.
I'm super excited to have you here. All right, let's get cooking. So what's the first thing we gotta do, Oscar?
We're shredding the cabbage for the filling.
Yes, so we've gotta, you can chop this by hand, but we're gonna do it in the food processor to make our lives easier. There we go. Do you want help getting this crazy lid on? So bizarre.
We'll see.
Oh, you got it. Yep, you got it. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Good?
Yeah. So you don't want to over process it. You want it as if it were hand minced. You don't want to puree it. Too much liquid comes out of it then.
Thank you, Chef.
This is 350 grams of chopped cabbage. It's about 3 cups.
It smells really good.
Doesn't it? You can also use Napa cabbage or su choy for this. One thing about that is it shrinks a lot more. It's a more delicate cabbage, has more liquid. So bulking the filling up more and having more cabbage flavor, I like to use green cabbage. So what we have to do now is we've got to saute this cabbage with some green onion, ginger, and garlic. We have 4 large green onions here, about half a cup minced, 2 tablespoons of minced ginger, and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And if you think that smelled good, wait until you saute it. Actually, I might get you to, I was like, maybe I'll get you to stir this, but I will at some point. So we're just gonna put a tablespoon or 2 of oil in here. So now we're gonna add, maybe you can help me put this stuff in. You can put the cabbage in,
yes,
since
Chef.
you were the cabbage king here. Yep, throw it all in there. Perfect.
Sorry.
That's okay, that was me.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. So I'm gonna saute this. So this does not take very long at all. I'm gonna saute it just until it starts softening. Oscar, can you grab the salt? It's just the blue bag
Yes,
right there.
Chef.
You can just do a large pinch, it's fine. It's about a 1/4 teaspoon, but we don't stand on ceremony for this stuff. A little bit more.
More? Large pinches.
Large pinch?
I'm worried about adding too much.
That's true. But look at all this cabbage, you can't oversalt that.
Always add more, harder to take out.
That is true. Oscar is teaching us wisdom in the kitchen right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually get you to get the pork from the fridge.
Yes, Chef. That's a lot of pork.
Yes, so this is 500 grams or just slightly over a pound of ground pork. Pork is slightly fattier than beef, so it gives a nicer mouthfeel and flavor. You could use beef, but in which case only use like 80% lean. So we're gonna do a technique now with this pork. I'm sure it has a name, but basically we're gonna work the meat with a bunch of seasoning and liquid to help create a really nice bouncy texture and to allow it to trap the flavoring in it. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so first we're gonna put 3 tablespoons of water in here. This big one is 1.5 tablespoons. This measuring set came with 1.5 tablespoons, but whatever.
I've never seen that before.
I know, it's bizarre, but you know, it came in handy right now. All right, let's get my little tiny spatula.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know, isn't
Oh my goodness.
They're like my favorite.
Small utensils. Small
Baby utensils. So this is really important in a lot of Chinese cooking. White pepper is used almost exclusively compared to black pepper, depending on the dish. So a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 full teaspoon of salt. Do you want to do the honors, use this little spatula and add all these other things?
Sure.
So start there.
Is this flour?
That is 2 teaspoons of cornstarch.
Close.
Isn't that fun? Are you
It is-
enjoying the baby
It is satisfying.
spatula?
The baby. The one I want to try is the baby whisk. I've seen
Oh
people
yeah,
use.
that's in there, yeah. Okay, so that is 2 teaspoons of sugar. Oh yeah, 2 teaspoons of soy
I
sauce.
was gonna guess hoisin.
That last one right there, that is 2 teaspoons of dry sherry. So that's replacing the Shaoxing wine, which is like a dry white rice wine, an aged rice wine that they use in a lot of Chinese cooking. It's quite hard to get here, so dry sherry is the closest substitute. Okay, now we're gonna get gloves on. You got gloves?
I got gloves.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I want it to look like, and then you're gonna do the hard work. You're a young, strong man. Like I said, right now the liquid is kind of falling out of the pork. So this is a really important technique to all kinds of dumpling fillings. You're basically kneading the meat. Can you see that? So I want you to stir. Folklore says to do it all in one direction. I don't know if that totally matters, but we're trying to work it until the proteins actually break down a bit, form a network with each other, almost like gluten strands in bread, and then it will hold all of the liquid and flavorings in the meat. It makes it moister. It will hold together, won't dry out when you bite into it.
I don't want
when
to
you cook
upset
it.
the folklore. I'm going all in one
Go
direction.
all in one direction.
What kind of consistency am I looking for with this here?
So you want it's getting pretty good there. You want it to look almost more paste-like, and you want it to be really tacky and sticky the way it is right now.
It's sticking to my gloves now.
Okay, is that good? Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so you can peel those gloves off, go wash your hands. Now this is looking pretty good here too. One of the things about sautéing the filling Not only does the sauteing make the flavoring better and richer, but it also drives out some of the moisture so that your dumplings don't get soggy. So there are some recipes that say to use raw cabbage and salt it a bit to get the moisture out of it, and then raw seasonings. I have done it both ways, and I prefer the cooked filling. The cooked filling has a rounder, richer flavor. We keep the pork raw, but all these aromatics are cooked.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Switch places with you.
Love the dedication to cleanliness, it's perfect. So this filling has to cool for about 15 or 20 minutes before we put it in our pork filling. We're gonna combine the two together, and then our filling will be done. You can make that a day or two ahead of time, and then all we gotta do is roll the dumplings. Are you ready to roll some dumplings?
Yeah, I am. This smells amazing. I can't wait to dig in.
Awesome. So we've just gotta put this filling together. When Oscar and I are back in the kitchen, we're gonna roll some pot stickers, but don't go away. Before we do that, we're on the road.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
I'm here at Nikkei Ramen in the lovely Comox Valley. It's one of my favorite restaurants, so I'm super excited to be here with the owner, Greg. Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Tell me about it. I love that you've got this new space, this new facility.
Yeah, we just moved into this new space for our restaurant, right next to our production kitchen.
Yeah, so you're not like trucking stuff over.
Yeah, we're one team and we're a lot bigger than we used to be.
So you make everything in-house from scratch, the dashi, the stock, the noodles, everything, right?
Yeah, everything from scratch, from day one. Noodles being the most important, in my opinion. I think the noodles are the main ingredient in a noodle dish.
Yes.
So it was really important that we made our own noodles. We use the best ingredients we can get and the most local ingredients we can find as well. We were looking for how to diversify our business during the pandemic. And so we began making ramen kits. Then we started making some just noodles, just stock, and just seasonings, so you can kind of mix and match and design your own bowl. And then most recently, we started making frozen ramen pucks.
This is actually so fantastic. I don't think a lot of people know that you can get freshly made ramen noodles on Vancouver Island. Is it possible to try some?
Yeah, we're gonna send you to the kitchen now, where Johnson's gonna show you how to make a bowl of
Oh, I get to make my own.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Johnson, what are we making?
Today we're going to make our tonkatsu shoyu gyokai. It's one of our more popular bowls amongst people. So we got our gyokai shoyu tare, which is just made with soy sauce, and then we add some oysters and clams just to give it a kind of a briny flavor.
All right.
And we're going to add some tonkatsu. We're adding our chashu stock. This is our Hakata style noodle.
Okay.
So it's thin, snappy. So this is just going to go down for 15 seconds.
Okay.
So when that timer gets off, I'll get you to pull the noodles and just give them a good shake.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, give them a real good shake.
Then I put the noodles in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sweet.
And this is the fun part. We make a little bed for our toppings so that our toppings don't fall to the bottom of the bowl.
see.
We've got our burnt garlic fat. It's called mayu.
Okay.
It's just a pork fat with burnt garlic. We have a green onion oil and a garlic oil that goes on top. This is our pork chashu. It's a pork collar that we sous vide for 48 hours. Green onion. It's kind of a staple for ramen. And then this is beni shoga, which is a pickled ginger. And then the last step is our nori, which is just dried seaweed. And then we pass it on to the customer.
Oh, beautiful. Huh. Can't wait to try it. Oh my God, this smells so good. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. It's so flavorful and so rich and so good.
So our mission is to nourish our community through scratch-made Japanese comfort food and also through family supporting jobs. So we are the only certified living wage restaurant in the province of British Columbia.
Wow.
And we've been certified since 2019.
That's amazing. It's difficult in the restaurant industry.
These days it's harder because, you know, the economy and people are reaching the limit as far as how much they're willing to spend when they go out.
If they knew the love and attention to detail that went in these amazing from scratch noodles and broths, totally worth the money. Thank you so much for showing me around for this delicious bowl of ramen. It is incredible.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. If you are in the area in Courtenay or the Comox Valley, definitely come to this restaurant. But if not, the great thing is you can buy a ramen frozen puck or package at a grocery store on Vancouver Island or the mainland. So good.
Cooking on the Coast is brought to you by Country Grocer with 11 convenient locations across Vancouver Island and Salt Spring.
We're back in the kitchen. My nephew Oscar and I are ready to roll our pot stickers. We have this beautiful gyoza filling ready to go. We mixed the cabbage after it cooled down into our tenderized pork.
Dexterity is not my specialty,
Okay,
so
well, this is good. So I'll show you a bunch of different ways of rolling the gyoza so you have
Chef.
options. And everyone out there has options. Okay, so I'll show you 2 easy ways first, and then we'll do the fancy way. So you, first of all, when you get the wrappers, you want to get the round wrappers, okay? You can get square ones and round ones at the grocery store. The square ones are more delicate, they're thinner, they're for wontons. They don't hold up to the pan searing you need for pot stickers, right? So now you're gonna dip your finger in, it doesn't matter which finger, in there, and you're gonna rub halfway along. Okay, so now we're gonna take approximately a tablespoon of filling, then we're gonna put it in the middle like that. Try not to get the edges touching. Okay, so now this is one of the easiest ways. You're gonna make it like a taco, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fold it up. So don't, make sure this edge doesn't touch the pork filling. So you wanna go up and over. Yeah, got it. And then you're gonna touch the 2 sides together like that, yeah. And then you're just gonna pinch it all the way around. Try not to get the filling in between the seam.
I see.
Okay, now we're gonna put these on
Hey,
the tray. Yeah, hey,
that's,
that looks great. Okay, let's do another
I
easy
feel like
one like
I
that.
underfilled that one a little bit.
But that's okay. It's
Okay.
So then remember, we're gonna fold it in the middle like this, and you're gonna try to make sure not to get any filling in there, in the seam, and you're just gonna pinch it all the way around. So that is the very easiest dumpling. So don't be afraid next time to use a spoon to mash the filling. Here, we'll push it.
Okay, we can tamp it in. We
You
can do a
tap
little.
it in, yeah.
Okay.
All right, put that there. Okay,
Not
so
my finest work.
you know what? You're learning a new thing.
I bet you it'll taste good no matter how they look.
It's true. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna do back to sort of the smaller amount of filling that you had. And you can lay it flat like that.
Okay.
So that way it's actually kind of easier. It kind of folds in half and then fold it, yeah.
Same way?
Yeah, so don't forget to fold the filling as you go and then pinch it together at the top. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the exact same thing you just did. We're just gonna pinch it all the way around. Then you're gonna wet one of these edges and you're gonna fold it around like that and pinch it together, see?
Am I wetting the inside?
Yeah, just like that, that's good. And then you have a little.
Just that side like that? Yeah. Okay.
And
And then that on top or on the bottom?
On top because it has to pinch on that one. Yeah, and then keep your finger inside there. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh.
Doesn't that look super cool? It looks like a tiny little
It looks
hat
like
or
a little
something.
seashell or something.
So how?
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
That was easier than I expected. I was really
it
worried.
looks fancy. It looks fancy, but it's easy. So now I'm going to show everybody the very classic half moon shape. Okay, this one is kind of complicated. You can keep going with those ones, or you can watch. You put the filling in there. Okay, you're going to start with just pinching it in the middle. Okay, don't pinch all the way around. You leave these open. Then you're going to take only the side closest to you, and you're going to fold it towards the middle, like so. And you want 3 or 4 folds. Okay, and then we're going to do that on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and then tuck the side in. The reason that curls like that and actually stays upright is because the side closest to you has all the folds and it's pulling the wrapper tight and kind of puts stress on one side and makes it go in this curved shape. Yeah.
I feel as though mine don't look quite as good. But
No, but that's not bad.
We're getting there.
Good practice. Okay, so this is an ideal thing to do with a family or friend group because you can just get together and make a bunch of dumplings. I'm gonna pull the ones out that I've already done. They're in the freezer. So that's another thing, much like pierogies, that if you make them ahead of time, it's ideal to freeze them because that way the filling doesn't leak through and make them explode later. All right, so there we go. So you could freeze these in advance and then put them in a Ziploc bag and pull them out when you want a quick meal. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways of cooking these. The easiest way is to put them in a steamer like this. Now it doesn't have to be a bamboo steamer. It can be also one of those collapsible steamers, but you want to make sure that you've covered it with some cabbage leaves. This is the leaves of su choy. And the reason for that is the dough will stick to the bamboo as soon as it gets wet. And then when you try to pull them out afterwards, they're just gonna rip apart. And you also wanna make sure the dumplings aren't touching each other because then they will also stick together and rip. So we're gonna leave that simmering. From frozen, they take about 8 minutes. When we're doing our pot stickers, so this is obviously very easiest in a nonstick pan. But if you want to use a stainless steel pan or a cast iron pan, you absolutely can. What I find is very helpful is to, once it's heated up, spray the bottom of the pan with some of this lecithin spray. It is totally natural. Lecithin is a compound that's in all kinds of things. It's mixed with oil and it creates a non-stick surface, okay? So you can do that with any type of pan. So we'll just heat this up. I've got some avocado oil here. You're just gonna put a tiny little bit of oil in there, a couple teaspoons. Thank you,
Nice.
Oscar. Okay, now you're gonna put the pot stickers, like gyoza, with that flat side down on the bottom. You don't want it to be too hot. You just want them to get a little bit golden brown. And usually you don't want to put more than about 6 or 7 in the pan at a time.
No touching?
No touching, exactly. So we just gotta let that get golden, crispy brown. It's gonna take a couple minutes on medium heat. Keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn, so control the heat as you need to. So we're just gonna let that go, and then we'll be ready for the water. All right, these have been cooking for a couple minutes. They've got a really nice, beautiful golden brown, but I know it looks good, eh? The reveal was good. Now, we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of water, but you have to be really careful when you add the water. So you wanna actually angle the lid like this when you add the water. Then you're just gonna cover it up, and then they're gonna actually steam now in there. So the tops of the dumplings will cook, and so will the filling. Now, some of these cracked a little bit. That does happen when you do frozen ones, especially if you fill them really big and plump like I do. So this one might make what's called a dumpling skirt. So I cooked up some fresh ones as well. Let's just check on those ones here and see if they're ready. So that one is also looking nice and golden. Don't forget, they're gonna cook golden again after we take the lid off and dry them out. So they don't need to be super brown. I'm gonna use the lid from this one because this one has a little lid. So we're gonna pour some water in there.
Keeping the
Same
lid
thing.
like a shield from the oil?
Keeping the lid like a shield. So these now have to cook for about 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll be ready to serve them. While we're waiting, we're gonna whip up the dipping sauce. So we're gonna use some rice vinegar, some soy sauce, and some sugar. So we need 3 tablespoons.
Sugar?
Yeah, that's sugar, thank you. 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. So remember, I have my 1.5 tablespoons measurement here, which I'm gonna do twice.
Oh, that smells so good.
The dumpling or the vinegar?
I couldn't tell you. Something smells real good. It's a mix of everything.
Okay, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then I'm gonna get you to measure out 2 teaspoons of sugar, Oscar.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you my measurements.
Does it matter if I'm a little over full?
No, it's gotta be flat. It's gotta be flat.
Oh, okay, gotta be flat.
Yep, there we go.
I passed
little
culinary school?
Stir that up. Yep. Okay, we're gonna put these dumplings away.
You want the second tray? Put
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. Yeah.
them all on one?
Yeah, put them all in one. You're so smart. Here, can I give you this?
Yes,
tray?
ma'am.
Yes.
Those are looking real good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look at these ones here in this steam tray to see if it's ready. Ooh, they look good. So
the smell.
So you can tell they're ready because the dumpling wrappers are glossy and shiny, like cooked pasta. They smell good. The filling's good. If you're really worried, you could temp them, but they were steaming for about 10 minutes. We can just leave them in there to stay warm. Let's take a look at these guys. These are cooking well. Okay, so the fresh ones are cooked now. So what we're gonna do now is take the lid off and just let this steam evaporate and let the bottoms get crispy. And I'm just making sure they're still moving around. Some of them are still moving around anyways. We will find out. I did put the pan spray on there to help me out. These ones are also ready. So I'm gonna get out my platter and start putting them on
I'm
the flat.
so excited to eat.
I know, it smells really good, doesn't
It
it?
smells amazing.
I'm actually literally gonna pick these up with my hands, actually.
You're not hot?
No, not the tops.
Chef fingers.
Chef fingers. We'll just put 5 of those. We're gonna do a mix and match. Okay, let's pull these off. All right. Oops. Gotta flip them over.
Gotta be able to see the golden underside.
The golden, oh, I know,
yeah.
right? I'll just leave those ones maybe. No.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see these ones. Yes, these are great. So I'm just gonna let these evaporate. Oh yeah, those have got a nice, I'm gonna cluster these. Can you grab me those green onions right there?
Yes, chef.
Yeah, we are going to decorate the platter with those. Okay, I want you to sprinkle.
Oh, I'm
green
sprinkling,
onions. Yeah, you're
okay.
sprinkling.
Yes,
just
chef.
a little bit all over.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
How's
Okay,
that?
yeah, that looks good. You don't want to put too much on. Can you grab me that little red pepper just for a pop of color? And we will just tuck that in right there. Yeah, that looks better. So there you have it. It's all done. How's it smell?
It smells really good. I can't wait to try one.
You want to try one right now?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah? All right, there we have it. Golden, crispy bottoms, tender wrappers, and all that flavor-packed filling. These homemade gyoza are guaranteed to disappear fast.
That was incredible. Those are so tasty.
Yeah, were they good? They're gonna, all these other extras are gonna disappear, hey?
Oh, yeah.
pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
Our homemade gyoza are crisp, juicy, and full of savory goodness. But what's the perfect pairing to bring out all those bold flavors? Well, lucky us, Shannon from Liquor Plus is here to help us out. Welcome, Shannon.
Hi, Heidi. Nice to be back. So today we're going to talk about sake. Sake is one of my favorite beverages to talk about because there's so many different flavor profiles and styles out there. Sake is brewed like beer, always from rice. So it's always going to be gluten-free. This is Brewmaster's Choice, and it's made by Yoshinagawa. They've been in production since the 1500s.
Oh, cool.
So for Western civilization, kind of unfathomable to have something around for that long. This is a Honjozo style, so it means you're going to get more body, more texture, but more savory.
And I noticed that you're not heating it up.
No, so cheers.
Cheers.
Taste it.
Let's taste it. Okay, I do like that.
So I really believe that I would treat sake like I treat wine. I wouldn't heat wine, so I choose not to heat sake. The best kind of most optimal flavor profile that you'll get from it is if it's at room temperature or a little bit colder.
Okay, if you warm it too much, it kind of dissipates those flavors.
It does, and it tastes a little more alcoholic. So the good thing about sake with food is it's got a lot of that umami sort of flavor. So I always talk about having a beverage as almost using it as a condiment. And so I think this will be a really good umami sort of.
Speaking of pairing with food, here, I'm gonna pass you a couple. So here's a crispy one. I did two types, a crispy and a steamed. Yeah, those are your actual chopsticks. So you always wanna have serving chopsticks
and then
personal ones. Yeah, you don't wanna be digging in with your personal chopsticks. And this is a dipping sauce if you wanna dip in.
Good folding technique here.
Sorry, I'm like unable, yep.
Yum.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna try it with some sake. Oh, that's really good.
Little umami, but kind of like a little bit of freshness to it as well.
Yeah, very fresh. Actually kind of fruity when you pair it with the gyoza. Interesting.
So just like a really good alternative to wine or beer and
really light. It's kind of creamy too, like a texture is like really.
So a Honjozo style will have less of a polish rate of the rice, so you have a little bit more gluten on the outside of the rice, so you get more of a texture from it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Actually, this is the first time I've ever had sake that isn't warm, and I agree with you. It's more flavorful.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's some flavor in there that's so distinct. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, it does definitely bring out the fruitiness of this particular sake. And so there are a couple of other styles here that are more fruit forward. So maybe a Honjozo style with something more savory works.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is great. Wow, thanks so much for joining me. That was awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us in the kitchen. Until next time, keep cooking and keep tasting. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. The more you learn, the better it tastes.